Hello and welcome to another edition of the ZTGD News Burst. Today being the 27th of September, only 2 months away from console launches over here in the UK. A little bit less time for my colleague in the US, Justin.
Yep.
Looking forward to it?
Yep.
Of course you are.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
When's the Xbox 20th and not 22nd?
22nd.
22nd. So yeah,
Yep.
just short 2 months. Scary, scary times.
Yep. I gotta find the money.
Have you not found the money yet?
No, not really. I haven't saved anything.
No, I've paid for mine. Mine's already paid for. Got
I can't
set
do
aside.
that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I ordered it on Amazon. They won't let you pay it off.
Oh yeah, I got mine from games, so I basically just bought a gift card and have been putting money on it every month since it got announced. So,
Yeah,
although we'll be talking about some of that a little bit later on in the show.
Oh.
We'll kick off with probably the biggest story of the week, Steam. It's been a busy week for the guys over at Valve and Steam. They have announced 3 new features or functionalities or bits and bobs this week, starting earlier on Monday with the Steam OS. Now, it's not a full in-depth kind of description to what this is, but the idea is it's an operating system that will run on any PC or I presume Mac as a dual bootable OS, I think. And it'll allow you to stream your games from your PC to your living room. The idea being is that this OS will fit on a cheap as chips PC, stick it under you, possibly even something like Raspberry Pi. I mean, it's possible, I guess. Stick it under your telly box, plug it in via HDMI, and it'll stream over your content from your computer, and you can play it on the big screen. Now, it's Linux-based, and so it's going to it's going to support, because it's streaming, I guess it's going to support pretty much anything. But what do we think? I mean, this is like on Live, I take it. It's very similar to that kind of thing, except you're streaming, instead of streaming from a server somewhere, you're streaming from your own PC. And of course, it's limited by the limitations of your PC that you're streaming from. So if you were looking for super high-end graphics and that sort of stuff, this isn't going to happen because it's only going to be the same kind of specifications as your main PC, and it's just beaming that signal to your TV in the living room. It's fine for people who maybe want to play on a big screen, have got a powerful PC, but don't want to run a massive cable, halfway across the house. Your thoughts?
I don't really have any. I don't know.
Thank you for your thank you for your contribution. Cheers.
Anything I can do to help.
Well,
I don't know. It's interesting. It's operating system.
Well, they did on Wednesday announce the Steam Box, which is what everyone was waiting for. They've said that again, it's going to be a game console type thing. It's going to run on Linux. Again, that's the Steam OS, and there are going to be a variety to choose from. It's not going to be one standard one. And this is where I think they've gone wrong. It's basically they're going to work with different manufacturers to come up with different tiers, ranging from low end to high end, no doubt. And that is a plug directly into your TV kind of deal. But again, what I think is they've gone wrong is there's no uniformity. It's just, whereas you've got your Xbox and your PlayStations, they are your consoles, they are set to a certain standard, and because of that, developers who are making games know the limitations of the device, whereas with this it's going to be a bit different. I guess no different than having a low-end, mid-range or high-end PC, but still, if you were going to come into the games market, you'd want everyone to have the same experience.
You'd think, but I guess that's not going to be the case with this.
From what I gathered, they're going to be rolling it out next year. However, they are giving 300 Steam users the opportunity to beta test these devices, and they're going to be picking 270 people at random, and 30 are going to be sort of prominent members of the Steam community, and they're all going to be given the chance to run it through its paces early next year. So, I mean, it could be cool. It depends on kind of what sort of price you're looking at, because nothing like that's been announced, and who's making the bits and pieces, and how stable the Steam OS is. I mean, they've probably been working on it for quite some time now, so you would think it's pretty stable, but it's an operating system, and these things can sometimes go wrong. And then finally today, the last announcement of the Holy Trinity was a controller. Have you seen this, Justin?
I have not seen this.
You need to do a quick Google search to have a look at this controller, because it is the most god-awful thing I have ever seen in my life.
Well, I was reading your description, and no analog sticks. That's
no analog sticks. This thing looks it's really weird to look at. You've just seen it. It's, I don't know how to describe it. It looks like a conventional gamepad. That's kind of design has been going for years. They've not deviated too much from that. However, in place of 2 analog sticks, which have been there since these controllers have been going, you've got 2 trackpads, essentially, that you place your thumb on. Valve or Steam are saying that it's incredibly tactile. It's really precise. You can push them in as well, so they act as the R3 and L3 buttons, I guess. It's got a trackpad on it, and I don't know. It seems really, really weird.
It looks like the back of a 360 controller. It looks like the back of it.
It does. I mean, there's no. What I don't understand, the buttons are placed really oddly. So the buttons. So
you're supposed to be playing games
like
with this
speakers.
Thing? Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is what you... Yeah, absolutely. It looks like a set of speakers. I mean, you've got these 2 discs on either side, but they're not small discs. They're taking up pretty much most of the pad. Yep. And instead of having, like, the A, B, C, D, or, the normal face buttons, in the places where you think they are, they're kind of in the middle. They're in a square formation, so at each corner you've got these buttons. And you've also got a touchpad that's sensitive to, like, going to settings and things like that. It just looks really weird.
Yeah, I don't see how games can be played with this. I really don't.
Well, obviously the proof will be in the pudding, and you'd think that they would have done, a huge amount of testing on it to make sure that it feels and plays naturally. But it just looks so goddamn ugly.
Yeah, no, I don't even see how this is going to be functional. Now, I'm seeing a different controller too.
What are you seeing then?
Let's see if I can pull it up. See if I can save it, and I'll send it to you. I don't know. It looks, well, no. This is
I said it looks like a bit of a boombox. I've just seen someone. They've just photoshopped the image of John Cusack in Say Anything where he's got the speakers above his head. And they've got a big ass Steam controller.
No, I don't think this one's right. The one I just saw isn't right. I think it's just a Photoshop of a, 360 controller with the Steam logo in the middle instead of the Xbox guy in the menu.
No, I mean, I'll let's see if I can. I'll get that over to you so you at least know what you're talking about.
Oh no, I saw the one you're talking about with the speakers.
I'll do this because it's that way you can see it. I'll link it to the story. But it's just absolutely weird. I just don't understand the thought behind it. But I'm sure it works fine.
The picture you just sent, the caption. It says the Steam controller resembles a cybernetic owl about to drop some mad wisdom on y'all. What? Okay, I can see it looks like a cybernetic owl. I can see that. The 2 big eyes. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's yeah. So what do you think? The Steam's had a busy week, but it's no Half-Life 3, of course, no Left 4 Dead 3, no Portal 3. This was purely about the Steam experience.
I like the idea of a Steam-based operating system. We'll see how that works. And I like the Steam box. I just wish it was more uh, streamlined instead of having 3 different models. That's weird. But I think the epic fail is in that controller. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
Yeah, it's a bit nasty looking.
Yeah. I have to send that picture over of the Photoshop with John Cusack holding it as a boombox.
That's on the same list. If you scroll down on that page, you'll see it. Yeah.
I need to see that. Nice. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, I get it. Haha, yeah. That's funny. Love it. Oh.
Yeah, got a page.
Oh, they have a, what is this middle picture? Portal 2 bindings? Is this how they're going to use the controller?
I think so, yeah. There is an image there of basically where if you were playing Portal 2, these are the buttons that they would default to. So it's, yeah, I don't know, I don't know.
So there's buttons on the sides of these discs. These, whatever you want to call them. And there's buttons on the side of the...
Yeah, they're your face buttons essentially.
Oh, those are what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, those like they're in a sort of a square formation in between the two discs, and then it's got the triggers, but by the looks of it, it's only got it's got 2 triggers on there. So
yeah, it's got 2. So the middle square there, that's a touchpad.
Yeah, apparently so.
Okay. All right. Well. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll move swiftly on to the next story. Rockstar have confirmed this week that microtransactions are coming to GTA 5 Online. Obviously, the online doesn't go live until next Tuesday, and there were some rumours earlier on in the week before they officially announced that there was possibility, but they came out and said that for real money you'll be able to buy bundles of in-game money. Now obviously in-game money can be earned yourself by taking part in heists, raids, matches, any of the stuff that you can do will garner you some money. But if you want to get to the good stuff fast, then you can buy these bundles. Let's see if I can get up the actual pricing for them, because I don't know, because I know there's about 5 tiers of pricing, and the more you pay, the better the deal, so to speak. So okay, so you've got 4 tiers. You've got 100,000 pack, which is $1.99, and this is UK money, so probably sort of $2.99 or $350. You've got 200,000 pack, which is $349, $500,000 $699, and 1.25 million at $1349. So it's kind of a get there fast approach. So if you want to get a car, because you can steal cars, but you can't. You have to buy them if you want to own them in your own garage. You can buy, of course, safe houses, weapons, things like that. Customize your characters with clothing, tattoos, and all these bits and pieces, and all of that costs money. So it's kind of for those people who want to dip in but don't want to have to grind through to earn the big bucks. You can pay your way through. To me, that sounds fair. I don't think it's going to change much in the way of the gameplay of things. It's not balancing anything out, because I think the weapons are generally the same sort of thing. So it's just about pimping yourself out, I guess. So
who doesn't want to pimp themselves out?
No, absolutely. If you want a nice shiny car, you want, there's a trophy in there to own an insured car on GTA Online. So I assume it's one that you own and the one that you keep hold of. So you're gonna have to buy that, and they're probably not very cheap.
You can pay for insurance on your car.
Well, I don't know whether that means just buying a car and instead of just nicking one if you get in a game. I don't know. I'm sure all of this stuff will come out next week when it goes live. They've also announced that they're preparing more servers, and that they have they are hoping to have a smooth launch. Good. But nothing ever goes to plan. So,
right. But at least they're taking precautions.
Yeah, yeah, at least they come out and they've said, look, we sold a lot of copies. A lot of people are going to go online on Tuesday. We're going to try our best. We've got some extra grunt behind us, but it might not go according to plan. So at least they've put it out there, and they've been quite forthcoming, whereas some of the other disasters we've had with online launches have basically clammed up and you don't hear anything for weeks.
To be fair, though, most games, launch with the multiplayer already, that came with the game at launch. So I think it was, I don't know if this was part of the reason, but I think it was smarter than to hold it off 2 weeks so that way they can gauge how many they're going to sell up until the multiplayer launch. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that could well be the case. Yeah. And also, I mean, it was wise, I think, anyway, because it'll give people the 2 weeks to play the game, the thing that they actually, poured their heart into. And they didn't. If you put online on straight away, people will go into that maybe and not give the single player experience. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Having that 2 weeks thinks, well, we've sold X amount of millions of copies. If we take into consideration that maybe 50% of those people are going to try and get online on the first day, this is what it's going to, hassle it's going to cause us. So yeah, that would have been a smart move. I'm sure that's probably why, or at least one of the factors behind them waiting 2 weeks to go online. So fingers crossed everything will be okay. I don't mind transactions like this. I'm probably not going to pay any money towards it. I've already bought the game. They've got my money. I will probably pay it enough where I'll actually earn enough money to buy the stuff. But if you're not giving anybody an advantage, then I don't think there's an issue with this. You give people the option. It's up to them if they want to take it.
Yep.
So I'll hand off to you because we've got some quick bursts for you to have a little.
I didn't know we had. I didn't know we had any because it's not labeled.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. Would you like me to put the label in now?
I'm gonna have to go ahead and ask that you quick bursteds.
Quick. Okay. Yeah, I can't type. There you go. Look. Are you happy now?
Thank you. Apparently there's a.
Bastard.
Oh yeah. Is that right? Is that right?
You bastard.
Yeah. You gonna bring it? You gonna bring it?
Yeah.
Come on, bring it. Oh no, you gotta bring it over here, son.
Next year, my friend, I'm gonna be over there. You're gonna be in for a kicking.
We'll throw down next year. Yay!
Indeed.
Deep Down is a free-to-play PS4 exclusive, and it'll be out next year.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what that game is. It's kind of a cross between like an dungeon and RPG, and some people have been sort of throwing Assassin's Creed name around there. So I'm not sure. It is a PS4 exclusive, and it's coming out next year. And the beta is happening as well around about February time, which will be when the PS4 launches in Japan. So they'll be pushing it over there as well as in the West. Well, I'll be interested to see how it looks like because when they showed that trailer off, they were saying, "Oh, it's gameplay footage." That looked incredible, and I would love to see if that stands up to that, or if it's another Killzone debacle.
Well, I guess we'll find out next year.
Indeed.
Metal Gear Solid 5 will run at 60 frames per second on Xbox One, but not PS4.
No, it is on PS4.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to say that.
Oh. Which, I tell you what, though, is quite funny because Hideo Kojima also came out and said this may not look fantastic compared to some of the other games that come out on the platforms.
What?
Yeah, because obviously Metal Gear Solid 5 is coming out on 2 generations, PS4 and Xbox One, PS3 and Xbox 360, and he basically said that we're going to get it running smoothly, 60 frames a second. However, we're not sure how it will compare to games that are exclusively next generation.
Well, I mean, his game is not the only one coming out in 2 generations.
No, and to be fair, I think he's putting too much worth into how the game looks. I don't think it's about the Metal Gear Solid games. I mean, although I think Metal Gear Solid 4 looked incredible, but it's about how the game plays. And I feel the 4 was the best one, and I enjoyed it the most because it kind of it's the controls and how it played sort of was part of some of the older games in a way, and to me it felt more comfortable to play, and I enjoyed it more. I think don't worry about how it's going to look, just how it's going to play. I mean, if you're going to go have a solid game, that's all people care about, especially when it comes to a franchise that's as well loved as Metal Gear. They don't, yes, if it looks nice, that's brilliant, but they don't play it for that. They play it for the 3-hour cutscenes and the bizarre, nonsensical storyline.
Right, and that's the way games should be played anyways, for the story, not for how it looks. But, people are spoiled and people, it just looks like shit. Fuck you. Does it play fine? Do you enjoy what you're playing? Then shut the fuck up.
I agree. You can have game. I mean, you look at State of Decay. That game looked like fuck.
PS1.
I had a fantastic time with it. Really had a great time. Definitely one of the best games I've played this year. But it looked awful. The frame rate was absolutely terrible, and the animations were awful. Draw distances were pitiful. But I really enjoyed it. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. It's how the game engages you. Just because it looks pretty, that's a bonus, but it's not the be-all and end-all.
Right. Xbox One will allow uploading to YouTube and Facebook sometime next year. Yeah.
But not at launch.
Darn.
Never mind.
Darn. Oh well.
I'm not too far. I mean, to be fair, they're both doing Twitch anyway, and that's where most gamers go for their video output now. I mean, YouTube's still obviously incredibly popular, but with Twitter integration, most gamers will set up an account so that they can do that, and then they'll be, the world will be opened up to them for all of the other videos. I mean, there's still plenty of places to do it. It's not a big issue, I don't think. Facebook can do shits about.
Yeah, I don't care either. I don't care about any of it, to be honest. I'm not going to record a lot, so I don't care.
Well, I'm hoping that with Twitch is going to allow me to do some gameplay videos for the site, which I can't do because I don't have capture machines. So being able to upload to Twitch and direct that to our site account, that would be brilliant.
Yep. The Last of Us single player DLC is coming either December or January.
Yeah, they've not given an exact date, but it's coming late this year, early next year, and that's a single player piece of DLC involving a new storyline with a new character.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything on here, but the main story, it went as far as it could go. I think that introducing a new character in that universe is the wisest thing.
Well, I'll take your word on it. I still need to play it because
it's a great game. It really is. You need to play that before the end of the year, my friend.
Well, it's not like I'm getting rid of my PS3, so.
No, I mean for the game of the year.
Oh.
That would be in your list.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I really want to play because I want to see the ending. I want to see how it ends because everyone was talking about that. And, how it ends. So, I think I can guess what it is.
Still, the game was amazing.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I was watching it being played and I'm like, eh.
Oh, you're such a miserable bastard.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, It looked like
the game it looked amazing.
It looked like Uncharted.
It played really well.
All right, I didn't say it didn't because I haven't played it, but I just, I mean, how much is it? Still 60?
Oh, I don't know. You can probably pick it up cheaper than that now.
Oh, okay. No, whatever. I'll look
for
it this weekend. The phone was ringing. Sorry.
Where you going?
Okay, anyway. Killzone, Shadowfall, multiplayer will run at 60 frames per second most of the time. Not all the time.
Just most of the time.
Most of the time.
They have promised that the single player is going to be running at a solid 30 frames per second. So that's, it's something. I think it'll be a while before we get some kind of real concrete 60 frame per second games, especially when you talk about multiplayer online for a little while. I don't know. It'll take the developers a little while to get used to it. So, but they'll still look good.
And that's all that matters. Game's looking good, not gameplay.
No.
Yes.
Speaking of Killzone, the next story is to do with Sony. Today, they have announced that they will be offering a bundle for the PS4. It will come with the console, 2 controllers, the camera. I know you said Connect, not
Hard
the
foul.
camera. Whoops, and Killzone Shadowfall. And now I don't know whether it's been announced for America. It has been announced for the UK and Europe. It's going to be priced probably around the same price as the Xbox One. So essentially, you're getting a similar deal, because obviously if you in the UK or Europe, you get FIFA on day one editions of the Xbox 360. So there you're getting a console, a game, a camera. Here you're getting a console, a game, a camera, and an extra controller. But they have also announced that they'll be doing a bundle with just the game. So the console, 1 controller, and the game, and that will work out about 40 quid cheaper than buying the game separately. I think you're only paying like an extra 20 quid to have it bundled in. So if you're a fan of Killzone, that's actually quite a good deal.
Yep. Sony's always been good with bundles, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now they got to work on their marketing.
To be fair, I was quite surprised. I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tonight. You got it yesterday. We got it day after, which is pretty impressive.
We got it Tuesday.
Oh, did you get it? Sorry, my mistake. But a few days away, we got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and slap bang straight at the front of that, it's sponsored by Sony and the PlayStation.
I don't see that over here.
No, it'll be a deal, I'm sure, for the UK.
Well,
but it means that they are getting out there. I mean, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a highly anticipated TV show, over here as well as over there, obviously, and so they're obviously putting a lot of money into it. And
well, over here, I didn't see that any sponsored by Sony or anything. The only thing I believe that I saw was a commercial for Taco Bell saying, "Hey, you can enter your chance to win one early." That's it. So I don't know. I guess maybe they're spending money over on your side of the pond, but over here I haven't seen really anything besides the Taco Bell thing. Okay. And that douchebag with his suspenders on and the gloves. I don't know, that commercial we talked about a couple weeks ago on the Sunday show? Yeah, that's the only other thing. I didn't know that was the Sony commercial, to be honest with you. So.
Yeah, it doesn't kind of make itself clear, does it, really?
No, so I don't know. But whatever, they need to do marketing, but I mean, I love their bundles.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they're bound to put some market. They can't just, with it being so close to the Xbox One launch, they can't just expect people to know. They're going to have to start doing some mainstream advertising on both sides of the pond. And as I say, we're seeing it here with The Simpsons gets sponsored by Sony, and now Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is, and I'm sure as we get into sort of late October, early November, we're going to start seeing it really all guns blazing, hopefully, because it's nice to see the market out there. It's nice to see them fight for it, fight for our dollar.
Well, I'm sure the fight will be on here in a couple weeks.
Indeed. So Microsoft have announced a new service for the Xbox One. It's called Xbox Fitness, and it will use the Kinect sensor to, I assume, help you get fit. Probably a lot like the fitness games that you can already get for the Kinect, but with that extra level of detail that comes with having the new Kinect 2.0. From what people are gathering, it's going to be a free service for the first year, and then subscription based after that. Whether or not that's subscription based on top of the Xbox Gold, we don't know. I would imagine so. I just don't think they're preaching to the right market. I am a video game player. When I'm sitting in front of the TV, that's exactly what I like to do. Sit.
Well, I don't know. There's a bigger health movement now than there used to be. And Kinect certainly opens up that. You know, they open that up with, all the fitness games you can buy now. So,
but do they sell well?
Shit, I don't know. I don't research this shit.
Well,
I'll tell you this.
Has that time gone? I mean, Wii Fit. That was popular, but
Well, I mean, I think they were popular for a time, and then people were like, I don't want to do this anymore. But, I mean, me personally, if I had room where I keep everything, I might want to try it out. Because, getting in shape
You've
is
got
fun.
no fucking room. Look at that.
I know I don't. I said
surprised
if I had room.
You looks like an episode of fucking Hoarders.
Oh, suck a dick, John. Don't make fun of my room. So what if I keep pizza boxes?
Yeah, they've been there quite a while. You really
And they're
ought to clear them out.
growing.
Oh, nice. Well, either you get rid of them or they're going to get rid of themselves. I'll just walk out.
No. I'm creating my pizza tower empire. This time in about 2-3 months, let's say end of this year, I'll have a fort of pizza boxes.
There's something wrong with you,
And
my
I'll
friend.
be doing this show from a fort of pizza boxes.
I look forward to that. So we'll move finally to our last story, and this is one that broke today. Eurogamer Expo, which is Eurogamer, the popular website, has an expo each year. Currently on at the moment, and it involves Beyond Two Souls, David Cage's new game that's out at the beginning of next month. He came out and said that there is an app that you can download on your phone, whether it be iOS or Android, that will allow you to play the game entirely from your phone. Now, we really don't want to Ken any more fuel to the fire that his games aren't games. But that's a bit weird. He's basically said that they've simplified the controls and that you can use the app on your phone. It hooks up to your console via Wi-Fi and control it from start to finish.
So, what?
What?
Oh, so it's basically you're using your phone as a controller.
Yes, but it's gesture-based, so it's going to be using the phone as some kind of trackpad, and the simplified controls via that way will allow you to play the game from start to finish with your mobile device.
So you have to look at your phone to control it and look up at the screen to see everything.
Well, to be fair, it's probably the gestures are intuitive enough that you won't need to look at your phone. He has said that they've been dumbed down slightly for it, so maybe a swipe here, it's swipe up, swipe down, pinch, zoom, whatever, throw your phone around. It's just, I mean, it's an interesting experiment, I guess, and he basically said it's born from the fact that a lot of people watched Heavy Rain be played as opposed to playing it themselves, and by introducing the phone mechanic it makes it more accessible to other people, which I guess is a neat experiment.
Oh shit, what the hell is this? God damn it. My question is, your PS3 has to be on Wi-Fi. What if it's wired? Because you have a better connection when it's wired.
No, because no, it doesn't, because it can connect directly to the Wi-Fi chip.
Right. So if you have it wired, you can't use it.
No, it doesn't have to be wired. You can have it on Wi-Fi because it's still got a Wi-Fi chip in it. The two chips will talk to one another. They don't have to go through a router, I think. Router. Whatever. Tomato.
Yeah, oh, you can say tomato. Very good, John. Yay!
Tomato.
I hate you. You're mean. But no, I mean, that'll be interesting. I mean, it's free, so you can try it out just to see if you like it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to buy... it's one of those games I really actually enjoyed Heavy Rain as much as
so did I.
Ken would hate me to say it. I haven't seen enough of Beyond Two Souls for me to be overly excited, even though I did enjoy Heavy Rain. It seems a bit mismatched, and kind of what they've shown of it has been
confusing.
No, it's like, well, they showed off the initial bit where E3 like last year, and they showed off the Ellie bit where she's in the police station. And then this year they showed off stuff because it looked like a Heavy Rain game, same thing.
Right.
Then they showed off the stuff this year, and it's got her like a combat range, and it's I don't know. I don't know. I'm not quite taken by it just yet.
When does that come out?
I think it's October 11th.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it'll be I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun, and I'm gonna try it. That's actually probably the first PS3 game I will pick up in quite some time, and probably the last.
No, you'll need to pick up Last of Us.
Oh God, that's right. Okay, second to last.
The app is free to download on the Android App Store and the iOS App Store now. It's free, and you can get it whenever you like.
That's what I was looking at, just to see what it was, because your description says, that you can play the entire game on your device. I'm like,
yes.
Ooh. But
you still have to have the game.
Right. To clarify, it's just it acts as a controller.
Yes, it acts as a controller. It's not the game.
Yeah.
Yes, just to clarify for idiots like Justin.
Of course. I hate you.
You're here every week. So that's it. That's everything this week. You're hosting next week, my friend, fully. Yeah,
I'm gonna need to get details from you because well, I'll talk offline.
Yeah. So
we got to get someone else on. Obviously.
Get Drew on. I'm sure. I think I spoke to him last week, and he's pretty much good for next week for you. So because I will not be here, I'm away. So yes, Justin will be taking over duties. If you want to hit us up, you can do at John W UK on Twitter and at Wolverine for Justin over there. You can email podcasts at ztgd.com. You can leave comments. Not that we ever read them, not that we ever get them. But you can if you want on the YouTube page.
But if you provide the comments, we will read them, John.
Yes, I really need to go through and have a look. I don't think we've got any, to be fair. Nobody watches us. No. Nobody does.
And that's fine.
Yeah, we do this for our own amusement.
Yes.
Yes. 11 o'clock on a Friday evening. I've got nothing better to do.
Right. I do. So.
Yes. No. So that's it from us this week, and the show will be back next week. So from me and Justin, it's a very good night.